Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We take you up until 2 o'clock. What's going on, Leroy?
What's happening?
How are you, man?
I'm all right.
I'm at the home base today. Little Tobes is sick.
I wanted to be at home base, but I'm too annoyed.
With the lawn guy?
No. Who else? AT&T.
Oh, of course.
Remember, one of the reasons why I read all of the interaction is when they said we get back to you within 48 hours. That was Thursday. Today is Tuesday. I have not heard from me, AT&T.
Veterans Day was a holiday? Maybe? I'm not going to defend AT&T.
Are you kidding me? Are you bleeping kidding me right now? You were really defending AT&T when you know firsthand what I've gone through.
I was just wondering if maybe that was their logic. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
Let's see. Did they have school yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the problem?
Well,
was AT&T closed?
On Friday? I don't know. Because Friday was Veterans Day.
Okay.
But still.
Leroy's 48 hours in Caribbean time. Wait, everybody's trying to give them
a pass.
What? Here's my deal. Based on the information I gave you, don't you think that 48 hours, maybe they ought to try to
Olive branch?
Let's get to this guy.
Maybe. I'm sure they're pissing. Look, I'm sure they're pissing a lot of people off.
Garbage. You're garbage.
Anyway.
You and Jason Sanders.
Wow.
You missed extra points. Bum. I'm not asking you to make I watched the field goal kicker last night make a 58-yarder and a 55-yarder. I'm just trying to get the kicker to make extra point.
Yeah, Jason Sanders isn't hitting those. Let's get into some headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Miami Heat back to 500. 7-7. Thrilling victory last night over the Phoenix Suns. Best win of the season by far. Jimmy Buckets.
Guts win.
Guts win, dude.
Guts win.
Guts
I
win.
sent it out right after the game.
Love
Guts
it.
Win.
Guts win.
Guts win.
Came back.
Found a way.
Came back. Catalyst defense. Bam. Going downhill. Fast break. Couldn't be stopped. Jimmy Buckets locking up Devin Booker at the end with the block. Goosey's galore.
You had to have that caveat at the end because during the game, dude was shooting these incredible shots and not touching rim. It was nothing.
He's very talented. He's very talented.
So good.
He's very good. He's very, very good. I can't believe we had a Devin Booker Justice Winslow debate at one point. But there.
No, the only person that would have that debate ever is you.
I felt like I was taking up the sword for Heat Twitter. I was defending our guy. Silly. Anyway, Devin Booker getting stopped at the end.
Didn't you blast Kyle Lowry and now he's on the team?
My guy, Low Dog.
Didn't you say you avoided a bullet with Jimmy Butler?
No, I said may have, and for Kyle, and we all know what the K stands for in Kyle. Clutch, because that was a clutch shot yesterday.
Except clutch is spelled with a C.
Tomato, whatever.
Unless you're talking about LeBron's clutch.
Oh, yeah, well, that one doesn't associate with the Heat. Let's hear a little bit from Jimmy Buckets. He was happy. Gave Spo a hug. Locks up Devin Booker. Walks right over to Eric Spoelstra. Big old bear hug for Spo. Here's Jimmy Buckets on why he hugged Spo.
Just because it's not going to be on offense every night for anybody, not just myself. We got so many guys that can score some buckets. But I love the fact that we won this game on the defensive end. And that's all that was. Let them know that, we can win any way, shape, or form. But this is a good one. It feels good to know that the reason that we really, really, really won the game is because we started rebounding in a little block.
Oh my God. It was a little block, but I was so, oh my God, the rebounding. I was beside myself in the third quarter between stupid DeAndre Ayton and Torrey Craig getting a gazillion offensive rebounds.
I mean,
it was so annoying. I was like, no, can somebody be 6'8"?
well, I mean, you're gonna have that problem a little bit more too.
Oh, dude. I mean, this is a trip they got coming up now. This is with some size they got to take on.
You get ready to play the Toronto Tarantulas.
Take it out. I'm not even worried about Toronto because they're really injured, but I'm thinking Cleveland, Minnesota.
Cleveland's really good. Minnesota's really good. Minnesota has little LeBron playing point guard.
Yeah, even though he hates everybody there, apparently. He's turning into little Jimmy Butler because he's already sick of Karl Anthony Towns' act. I'm going to say, get this guy out of here. Enough of him. There's a lot of belly aching, though, yesterday from the Suns because there was a 25-4 free throw discrepancy. Heat had 25, Suns had 4. And Monty Williams was like, "Oh, boo," afterwards.
Wait,
crying and whining.
No. You can say this about a lot of guys. You can't say this about him.
That's what he did, though, dude. I was as surprised as anybody else.
Monty is loved by everybody.
Well, you know what?
He doesn't yell.
Caught him in a foul.
Oh,
there was a lot of bumping out there.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you? This is a fair question.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter now because game's over.
Yeah.
If it was 24-5 or 25-4 the other way, would you not be saying the same thing today?
Hard to say. I don't know. I don't live in fantasy.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know. What? But I'll tell you this. Dude, I'll tell you this. I went and looked.
I want.
No. Hear me out on it.
I want mutes.
I will tell you right now. Go to ESPN and go look at Devin Booker's shot chart, and you tell me where he should have gotten free throws because that dude was at the rim twice. That's it. 2 shots in the restricted area.
I get it.
Mikal Bridges, 2 shots in the restricted area. DeAndre Ayton, he had a lot of shots in the restricted area. It just happened to come with nobody near him. So where are these free throws? And then if you look at the Heat, the only guy who really was a parade to the free throw line was Bam. He shot 14 free throws. Everybody else, it's not like everybody else was getting all these calls. And Bam was a freight train.
Tobin?
Nope.
Tobin?
I took this fairly.
Hey, you're lying?
I fairly judged this.
You're lying?
I did.
Now, all of a sudden, you care about Devin Booker's shot chart.
Because I was curious. I was like,
this is going to happen to the Heat.
But here's the thing. I'll tell you why. Because I think I'm a fair arbiter. I think I'm not biased.
You're not!
No, I'm as even as it gets, dude. I'm fair.
You're fair if it works out your way.
Because here's why.
You're fair.
Hear me out. There were no technicals. Nobody was really belly aching during the game. It's a clean game. Bam. He was going through. Those are deserved free throws. Who's arguing? Did Bam? You thought Bam got an unfair whistle? Monty Williams, look at yourself in the mirror. You had a finesse team that shot a lot of beautiful finesse jumpers, but not trying for contact.
My only question to you was, even if what you're saying is true,
it is true. I did the research.
No, you didn't.
I did.
If it was 25-4 Suns Heat, would you have not been doing the same thing Monty Williams is doing?
It's hard to say. I have to see how the game plays out.
Goodness. What? Okay, keep it moving. Because we haven't even gotten to 10:15 yet, and I'm already.
Well, I just
and you're not here, and I can't do nothing about it.
What's fair is fair, and I'm just saying that I don't know if I would have acted like Monty Williams did, which was a big crybaby. You know, I mean, I hope that like the PR.
Hold on. You know, Spo once entered a press conference saying, "Do not find me."
Well, Monty Williams,
which meant he was getting ready to go all in on the same situation.
Yeah, but that was legitimate complaints. Monty Williams, he's arguing hocus pocus. You know what he's doing? He's excuse making because his team collapsed in the fourth quarter. They threw up all over themselves.
Only because fart quarter was on its way.
Fart quarter was bad. It was a little toot. But that being said, You got to look at yourself in the mirror, Monty Williams, and he's
You
sitting
are
here
the
booing.
worst.
Whoa. And you had this Eddie Johnson, who's there. He's their John Crotty. He's their TV analyst, and he says he hates the Heat. He always goes to the Heat on Twitter, and so he was raring to go to take up the flag for Monty Williams. And he says, the best game I've ever seen played where a team gets 4 free throw attempts in 48 minutes and the other gets 25. Suns lose by 1, and then he adds the NBA. Eddie Johnson, how about you do this, dude? Why don't you just call the games? Do me a favor. When you move on to your next city, just take that L. Just take that L as carry on. Because, again, you guys are just looking at a box score. You didn't watch the games. Leroy, we can't be box score watchers. We got to be game watchers. And the facts are the Heat, they wanted that game more. Bam Adebayo could not be stopped. He was a freight train. And Devin Booker, he was not. And Devin Booker was like a beautiful kite. Ah, beautiful jumpers. Ah,
Wait. I got one even better. Thanks, I got a Twitch, because I felt the same way during the course of the game. When Eric Reed goes on for like 5 minutes celebrating the birthday of Miami's own, right? I'm like, hey, Reed,
what?
you ain't got to do that.
It's just a local success story. Why? What's wrong with that?
You didn't feel like, wow, I wouldn't have said that publicly.
Nah.
If
the game was called correct.
Hold on. If San Antonio, or if the Suns had an announcer that said that, we would be playing it right now.
Dude, I can't live in hocus pocus land. All I can live in, and first of all, I didn't hear the call. I was boots on the ground. Second of all,
your life is hocus pocus. You strive in the hocus pocus.
It's just very
like warrior nun.
Just unbecoming of Monty Williams. I'm disappointed in him. I would expect something like this.
Dude, listen, do you understand? And you are sitting here on a Tuesday morning complaining about one of the nicest guys on planet Earth.
True character showed.
Oh my goodness. Dude, there's nobody.
And by the way, he tried the Spo move, but he did it too late because he was like, it's like you can't even say anything because you'll get fined. That's not how you do it, Monty. You're supposed to get it out of the way as a disclaimer in the beginning. Say, NBA, do not fine me like Spo does. And then you complain. That's how you do it, dude.
The worst.
I'm not the worst. Dude, 2 shots in the restricted area. He's going to complain about his star not getting calls?
Listen, you're right. You're 100% right. I'm not disputing it. I said jump shooting teams don't shoot free throws. That's what they were. That being said, if the shoe was on the other foot, you would be doing the same thing they're doing.
You don't know that. Well, first of all, I doubt there's a game where the Heat are ever going to do that because their 2 best players like to go to the rim.
I'm going to say this. Marcos, mark this. Let me get to the mic. If you ever come in here after a Heat game and start talking about free throw discrepancy.
That's not fair.
Hold on. It's go time. It's going to be go time.
What if it's deserved?
No.
This case was not deserved. This case is dismissed.
Soon as he comes in here and starts the whining about free throw discrepancy, fire up the -1s.
No, that's not fair.
Just keep it going.
That's not fair because what if it's deserved?
I'm saying is this: whether it's warranted or not, anybody who sees a 25-4 discrepancy is gonna complain. Well, you would too.
Well, go complain at your film because that's how the game was played. And listen, I call it like it is, dude. I call it like it is.
Marcos, Twitch, texters, you are all hearing this with me. Because you know, without a doubt, if there's a discrepancy and the Heat are on the short end of this, he is coming in hot. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying when the first thing a coach looks at after a game is the free throw discrepancy, he's going to complain, whether it's warranted or not.
Grow up.
You would do the same thing.
No.
That's what I said. You said, no, I wouldn't. You're lying.
No, I said
You are
I
lying.
didn't say that. I said hard to say because I got to know how the game was played. Monty Williams apparently didn't watch the game.
So you will evaluate how the game was played.
Correct.
And determine whether it warrants.
That's right. That's how I always am.
And so what you would have said if this was the Heat, you would have said, our guys got to be more aggressive.
Of course.
That doesn't even sound like you.
Oh, it does, dude. It sounds like me.
Hey.
What?
Sophie get you sick?
No, dude. Listen,
You
they
got
call
the
me.
fever?
Come on, you know they call me Honest Tobes.
I don't think anyone said that.
Nobody calls you that, dude. Nobody.
I've never heard that.
Right. I heard little Tommy run by and say liar.
WQAM was boots on the ground yesterday. It was a great day.
If I may.
Yeah. What?
Is it me or whenever you have boots on the ground, the photos that you send us have nothing to do with why your boots on the ground?
Hold on, dude. All right. I was boots on the ground yesterday, and I was doing sleuthing for 2 sports, okay? Because it was very noticeable early on at the game. Jimmy Buckets comes over to hug an individual, and I was like, "Oh, who's that?" And it turns around, oh, it's Odell Beckham Jr., who blocked me on Twitter. And he was sitting courtside. I was like, that's kind of cool. And then I was thinking to myself, man, I'm surprised no Dolphins are here. Feels like bye week. I feel like somebody would have been courtside. I felt like Tyreek Hill would have been there. Tua would have been there. Somebody would have been there. But then, like right as the game starting, across from where I'm sitting, so I face the Heat bench, and sitting next to the Heat bench, Melvin Ingram. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So halftime comes, right? Odell's enjoying the game. And it looks like he's going to go into the Heat locker room at halftime. Maybe say hi to Jimmy. I don't know. But he's, making the rounds. Everybody wants to say hi to OBJ, who, of course, is a free agent. Figure out where's he going to go. A lot of rumors out there, a lot of rumblings. Cowboys. Von Miller's trying to get him to come to the Bills. Vikings. But not a lot of mention of the Dolphins. They don't really have a receiver need. But don't tell that to Melvin Ingram. Because Melvin Ingram yesterday, he seemed like he was doing some recruiting yesterday, Leroy. I'm going to be honest with you.
Goosies.
And that's what I sent you.
Where did Melvin Ingram go to school?
Where did Melvin Ingram go to school? Good question. Let me see. Ingram. He went to school.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Where's he from?
Where is he from? He is from North Carolina.
Okay. So maybe they cross paths in college or one of those all-American
Well, they've both been
deals.
They've both been Pro Bowlers. I'm sure they've hobnobbed at times before.
So,
however,
hey, what's up? Is not.
It was a little chatty chat, dude. I got to tell you, it was very chummy, very chummy.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. You've been places with me.
Yep.
I'm like that with a lot of people too. They ain't trying to recruit me.
I've never seen active Leroy. I've only seen retired Leroy.
Dude, Marcos, are you taking notes as this man works his way through life?
I don't know, man. Ken Carmen's pretty chummy with you, and I don't know if he's recruiting you.
Wait, perusing through all of the nonsense which life has to offer unscathed. This could be a movie.
JFA, do you have the photo of OBJ, who blocked me on Twitter, and Melvin Ingram? Something's happening there, Leroy. It's very chummy. They were talking for a good, I give it 90 seconds.
You know what's amazing? He don't look that chunky.
Melvin Ingram?
Yeah.
Nah, he looks stocky. Yeah.
But when he put his uniform on,
those things are snug. They are. They're snug these days. You ever see those Canes jerseys? They're like, It's like flubber. Like, how do they get that big?
Because it's the uniforms.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what they do. The shoulder pads, they have space. So if you ever see a game-worn uniform, it's hard to fold the shoulders because there's stretchy material in the shoulders, so you can wear small numbers, right? And then it's very stretchy.
Dade South is right though. He thinks it's the single digit number. You think that that hurts?
I mean,
Doesn't help.
I don't know. It's like when you watch college football, you see a fat ass number 1.
Well,
Like, yo, dude,
yeah.
you ain't catching no passes.
I know the thing you're gonna do. You're gonna say it's nothing. Could be something. Could be nothing. I know you're gonna say nothing.
You don't even need
Why
a
would
wide
they do that?
receiver.
Well, you don't need them, but like it'd be cool to have them. Be kind of cool. Not a lot of pressure on them.
Who you cutting?
Who you cutting? I don't know.
Great craft.
You're not gonna
He's
cut.
hurt.
Yeah, you could. You're not gonna cut Sherfield. He loves Sherfield.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want to cut any of these guys because they're all our friends. We met them at the old ballroom.
Why is it a big deal he's talking to OBJ when you said you don't want to cut anybody?
Well, I mean, it's OBJ. Like if he wants to come in and also it's kind of one of those things. Like, what if you're keeping him away from Buffalo? OBJ likes it down here. He's down here all the time. Little minimum deal. Come in, make yourself right. Everybody has a place down here. So why move? Why go through all that hassle?
Would that be the best trio of all time?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think it's not even close.
No, not even close. Doesn't tickle your fancy at all, Leroy?
No.
Why?
Wow.
Let's have fun, baby.
All you need, and this is not a knock on OBJ. This is not a knock on anybody involved. But all you need is somebody to ask OBJ after a game, you only got one catch. Right?
Don't you think that was kind of shook with the Ram stuff, though?
No, because he damn near won the MVP and got hurt.
I know. So I'm saying, like, I think that, and he played with Cooper Kupp. Got a lot of balls thrown to him.
Cooper Kupp got hurt.
I think.
Did he get hurt in the
No, they lost Wood in the middle of the season last year.
Wood? Okay.
Yeah. Well, Melvin, so you don't think Melvin Ingram's going to say, hey, baby, hey,
Nope.
it's Tua.
Hollering.
He's the real deal.
When I first moved down here, I used to kick it with Zach.
Thomas?
Yeah, he wasn't a starter yet. He was a special teams guy, but we always see each other out. So we always hang out. What's up? What's up? What's up? I wasn't coming to the Dolphins.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you were on a machine in Minnesota at the time.
I was in Cleveland.
Did Zach Thomas play at that time?
Huh?
Are we crossing eras?
No.
I think you're making things up, Leroy.
No, I'm not.
When
Zach Thomas' first year was like 94.
96?
First year was 96.
Then it was the year before, like the year before that season started.
Okay.
So I was still in Cleveland, and that's when.
Did you live down here already, though?
Yeah.
You would have thought of a little Miami invite?
Huh?
You would have thought about a little Miami invite?
No, football's different, dude.
What do you mean
Unless
football's
you're a free
different?
agent, you can't just. You couldn't back then just say, "Oh, I want to play for them."
Okay, but different, little different situation. Zach Thomas early in his career.
Why would you sign up if you OBJ? Why would you sign up on the team that has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle?
God, be there, baby, just for some open balls. Look at what happened today. Guess what? Think about this. This last game,
you're the worst. Making
Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. They didn't dominate the numbers. It was spread around. Share the wealth. Why can't he take a piece of that wealth?
Who you benching?
You bench a little, little Craycraft here or Cedric Wilson. I love Sherfield. I don't think I want to bench Sherfield. I like him a lot.
You know what's amazing?
What?
are the first person to blast a player
Hmm?
for not being loyal to the team you root for.
Yeah.
But you would get rid of a player in a heartbeat.
I'm not getting rid of anybody. I'm
Yes,
just
you
adding,
are!
baby. I'm just adding.
In order to add,
A little sweetener.
dummy, you got to get rid of somebody. Who you getting rid of?
Sanders.
So OBJ gonna kick?
He
Somebody's
can,
gonna-
I think. I feel like he can.
He can. He's kicked.
That's what I'm
before,
saying. I
but
feel like
not
he can do it.
not like that.
We know that he.
I mean,
we
Do
know.
you not understand the headaches you're causing for yourself?
Well, what's
Because
up?
you can't just add players. There's a limited number of roster spots. Who are you going to get rid of? And you can't just have 17 receivers.
Someone on the text line brings up a good point. Cut the punter. We don't need him.
True. Makes a good point.
He might as well use Jason Sanders as a punter because then he has more field to work with.
Yeah, true.
So,
Goalpost, just punt it. You
No,
got the
I
whole field.
actually like Morstead. Morstead's had a good year.
what about like a little insurance policy? You know, if something goes awry, there you go. OBJ, break glass.
OBJ does not sign on the team as an insurance policy.
Coming off
What
of
the hell's
injury.
wrong with you?
Yeah, I think he's in for a long-term deal. I think that's what
No,
he said.
not long term.
Like 3-4
He can play
years.
this year out.
Play this
He
year
don't- He
out.
wouldn't mind that, but he's going to a team where he can play.
He's gonna play. You know, some clutch catches.
You'd be a terrible coach.
I don't think I am. I think, in
You know
fact,
why?
I think I have the attitude.
You know why? You want
Why?
me to tell you why?
Why?
Because after 2 years, all of the players would identify you as a fraud.
What? What do you mean?
Because you just lie. You tell everybody what they want to hear.
I'm a people pleaser.
There we go. Stolen McRibs. You're absolutely correct.
What did he say?
Tobin is loyal to big names and moves.
I do like splashes.
But wait. Here, question. Is adding OBJ to this roster a big move?
It's fun.
I didn't ask you that.
I'm stunned. More receiver power. Oh, different kind of receiver than the other
has nothing
guys.
to do with this has absolutely nothing to do with OBJ.
What do you mean? Just because you just think you think the Dolphins are complete on offense?
Yes, and I think you can't figure out who to cut. Tell me who you cut. It's got to be one of the wide receivers.
I just saw all these guys in a room. I don't want to say anything. I just saw them. I
Wait a
love
minute.
those guys. Those
It's
are our
all right.
friends.
You know, you've done it before. Jimmy, Kyle.
I never did anything with Jimmy.
How many times is Tyler on his way out the door?
That's my guy, Boy Wonder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
By the way, you guys noticed that the win
What
streak.
about Lil Sweetener?
Jovic?
Yeah, now
Love
you can't
Jovic.
do it.
Sweetener. Jovic was liking my tweets last night. I saw a beautiful moment, boots on the ground, at the Heat game yesterday.